As you can see, the Exelon implementation journey was orchestrated in really three core phases. And so phase zero started with establishing a proof of concept or a proof of value, with really an initial release for ComEd, as Vivek demonstrated. And this was our idea to assess and really quickly implement low-hanging fruit, starting with those most frequently asked questions. And our goal here was really to prove how quickly we can get that first release live with the most viable use cases, and where customers can really start to use these bots instead of having to call in, for basic information, and really show how we can deploy these bots on ComEd.com. And so really, once we proved this out to be a success, we quickly moved to phase one and organized the next set of sprints. And this consisted of truly extending the AI experience and incorporating some of those more complex use cases. And this is where we began to really leverage AI and NLP capabilities of the ODA platform. And this is also where we began to tap into that service abstraction layer that Kumar talked about, where we were able to start to integrate to access customer and outage information from those large siloed backend applications like the customer care and billing system, the outage management systems, and other applications within the Exelon Utilities environment. And so since we had that common set of reusable APIs, we really decided then that it's easy for us to add additional channels like Alexa, Google Assistant, where customers can manage their ComEd account. And for instance, inquire through those voice-enabled channels, inquire about high bill usage or track energy usage month over month through those channels. And the other key piece to this phase was integrating to Oracle Service Cloud, as Vivek had demonstrated there. And that was very essential, where we incorporated sentiment analysis into those bots to really help those customers, if they're not getting the answers through the bots, to be able to have a seamless handoff to a live agent at the right time. And this was extremely critical for that successful adoption across the ComEd customer base. And so phase two is an ongoing journey. We're continuously replicating this across the additional 5 opcos that Kumar had mentioned. And I'll highlight some of those innovative use cases in some of the next slides here. So this depicts some of those key use cases that were implemented across phase zero and phase one. So phase zero included those top FAQs like smart energy, smart meter, smart grid FAQs, my account registration FAQs, billing and payment FAQs, outage FAQs, and some of the other ones that you see there on the list. Again, the goal of this phase was to get that initial set of high value use cases deployed very quickly for ComEd to really get their feet wet with the ODA platform and the capabilities. And then, phase one then really included those more complex transactional use cases where the bots were made available across more channels like web, mobile, voice to support their customer base. And then included more use cases where the bots can help these customers with more complex use cases like starting and stopping or moving their service, where typically they would either have to go into a ComEd office or have to call into the call center to do those complex type use cases, or checking their balance, as Vivek demonstrated, or paying their bill, or reporting an outage, or checking the outage status. And the bots also help with auto pay enrollment, financial payment assistance, applicable energy rebates. And really the key here is the analytics. And really that where we're on an ongoing basis looking at the analytics, tracking the usage, looking at the user behavior, the utterances, the intents, and assessing and looking at the call deflection as well, which really allows us to continuously review, optimize, and retrain the bots in a much more streamlined fashion. Next slide. So phase two is where we're working with all of the utilities across Exelon in a much more accelerated, innovative fashion. by really applying the initial framework that was created by ComEd. And this includes BGE, Baltimore Gas and Electric, Atlantic City Electric, Delmavara, Pepco, PECO, and now every utility is unique in their regard. And so this is where personalization and the rapid deployments really kick into play. And based on the user behavior and the demographics of one particular utility, we really looked to personalize the bots and the channels. So for instance, with BGE, where we deployed web, mobile, voice, SMS, and instant IVR deflection, identifying those instant IVR deflection opportunities. And really, each bot has its own personality. As Suhas was demonstrating, Exelon's really gone to that next level of providing that level of personalization based on the utility and based on the understanding of that customer base of what would appeal most to them. And the experience keeps getting better and better, where we have now opportunities on the roadmap, for instance, to have the bot schedule a call with an agent based on the customer's availability, or support with budget billing requests, or proactive energy usage tracking, or energy consultation requests. So we're getting much more innovative with understanding the art of the possible.